Look, I've treated heart attacks for most of my adult life, and I can tell you something uncomfortable. Some of the people who end up in my ER weren't reckless. They weren't ignoring their health. They were doing one very normal thing with eggs, not the eggs themselves, the way they were cooked. And the strange part is this: you don't feel it happening. No warning pain, no obvious symptom, just slow, quiet changes inside the blood vessels, building for years. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the common egg habit I see most often in adults over 60, and why it may be linked to higher cardiovascular strain over time. I'm not here to scare you, and I'm definitely not here to tell you to stop eating eggs. I'm here to help you make a few small adjustments you can start this week, so your breakfast supports your heart instead of quietly stressing it. And stay with me, because there's one detail near the end of this video that even many clinicians forget to explain, and it can make a real difference in how your body handles eggs after 60. Before I explain the mistake, let me ask you a few quick questions. When you make eggs, do you like the whites browned at the edges? Do you cook them on a very hot pan because it feels faster? Do eggs usually come with bacon, sausage, or deli-style meats? Do you pair them with white toast, hash browns, pancakes, or something sweet? Or do you sometimes eat eggs late at night because they're easy? If you nodded to even two of those, I want you to listen carefully. Because after 60, your heart and blood vessels don't behave like they did at 40, even if you feel fine. Arteries naturally stiffen with age. Your system may stay exposed to fats in the bloodstream longer, and your liver's cholesterol feedback can become slower and less precise. So a food routine that felt harmless for decades can become a quiet burden now. Let me anchor this in a real pattern I've seen. A few years ago, a man in his late 60s came into my clinic for a routine follow-up. He looked like the kind of patient doctors love. He showed up on time. He took notes. He walked every day. His blood pressure was not bad. And when I asked about breakfast, he described something familiar and comforting. Eggs, most mornings. Always cooked the same way. Always with the same add-ons. It sounded reasonable, but there was a small detail in his routine that bothered me, and I didn't push hard enough on it that day. Months later, I saw his name again, this time attached to a hospital admission. The event wasn't mysterious. It was cardiovascular. And when I reviewed his history, that breakfast detail came back to me with a weight I still don't like thinking about. Because it wasn't dramatic. It was ordinary. And that's why it's so easy to miss. Here's the simplest way I can explain what changes after 60. Imagine your arteries like a garden hose. When you're younger, that hose is flexible. It expands and relaxes easily with each heartbeat. But over time, that hose gets a little stiffer. The inner lining becomes more sensitive to irritation. And the wear and tear from inflammation, blood sugar swings, and oxidized compounds matters more. That's why the same meal can land differently at 65 than it did at 35. Not because your body is failing, but because your margin for error is smaller. So when we talk about eggs, the question isn't, are eggs good or bad? The question is, what happens to that egg under high heat? What happens when you pair it with the wrong companions? And what happens when you eat it at the wrong time? All right. Here's the contrarian truth most people miss. For many adults over 60, the biggest issue isn't the egg. It's the way the egg is transformed under high heat. When eggs are cooked on a very hot pan until the edges brown, or the bottom turns dark, you're not just changing the taste. You're changing the chemistry. High heat can create more oxidized compounds and advanced glycation end products. People call them AGEs. Now, I'm not saying one crispy breakfast causes a heart attack. I'm saying repeated exposure may be linked to more vascular irritation in some older adults, especially if you already have plaque, diabetes, prediabetes, kidney issues, or chronic inflammation. And this is why that little detail in my patient's routine mattered. He liked his eggs fast. He liked the pan hot. He liked the edges browned. It felt harmless. But in a 68-year-old body, small irritations don't always stay small. They add up, quietly. And there's a second mistake I see even more often, because it's practically a tradition in American kitchens. Let's make this practical. I want you to picture your usual egg meal, weekday or weekend. Because the risk for many seniors isn't one ingredient. It's the combination. Here are the most common places this hides. First, eggs cooked very hot until they're browned or crispy at the edges. Second, eggs cooked in a pan with old, overheated oil, or with browned bits left from previous cooking. Third, eggs paired with processed meats, bacon, sausage, ham, deli slices. Those meats are often high in sodium and certain preservatives, and in some people they're linked to higher cardiovascular risk over time. Fourth, eggs stacked with refined carbs, white toast, hash browns, pancakes, waffles. That combo can push blood sugar and triglycerides up, then drop you fast. And that swing can be hard on aging arteries. Fifth, eggs eaten late at night. Sleep becomes lighter with age, reflux becomes more common, and late heavy meals can raise overnight blood pressure in some people. And sixth, the healthy mistake. Eggs plus a big glass of something sweet, juice, flavored coffee drinks, because it feels light. But the sugar load can change what your blood chemistry looks like for hours. If you recognized yourself in any of those, don't feel judged. I see this in good, careful people every week. And I'll show you how to fix it without giving up eggs. But first, let me tell you about a second patient, because it explains why timing and pairing matter just as much as heat. This one stays with me because it was so normal. A woman in her early 70s came in after a scary morning. Not a dramatic collapse, just a sudden wave, tightness in her chest, lightheadedness, and that cold, shaky feeling that makes you sit down and think, something is wrong. She did the right thing. She got evaluated. And thankfully it wasn't a full-blown heart attack. But her tests showed what we often see at that age: early disease, vascular stiffness, and risk factors that were quietly building. When I asked about her routine, she described a breakfast she'd eaten for years. Eggs cooked fast on a hot pan, a side of sausage, and a couple pieces of toast. Then she'd rush into her day. The thing is, her body was trying to tell us something. Not that eggs are bad, but that her system, at 72, couldn't tolerate the same combination the way it used to. When we made a few small changes, her numbers improved over time. Her mornings felt steadier, and she stopped having those scary episodes. No miracle, just better context. So here's the line I want you to remember. After 60, it's not the egg. It's the heat, the company, and the timing. Heat, because high temperatures can create more oxidized compounds. Company, because the side items you pair with eggs can quietly raise strain. And timing, because when you eat a heavy, high-fat meal can change blood pressure, blood sugar, and sleep quality. Now let me give you a simple protocol you can use this week. Not extreme, not complicated, just smart. Step 1. Lower the heat. If you're using a pan, cook eggs gently, medium to low, so you're not browning the edges. You want set whites, soft texture, and no dark crust. Step 2. Pick a clean method at least 4 days this week. Boiled eggs, poached eggs, or a slow scramble. Same food, different impact. Step 3. Change the company. Most mornings, swap processed meats for something that supports your vessels. Think sautéed spinach, tomatoes, mushrooms, avocado, or a small portion of beans. If you love bacon or sausage, keep it occasional. Talk to your doctor if you're unsure what's safe for you. Step 4. Fix the carb pairing. If you eat toast, choose whole grain when you can. If you love potatoes, keep the portion modest and add fiber, berries, chia, a little oatmeal, so your blood sugar doesn't spike and crash. Step 5. Watch the timing. Try to keep egg meals earlier in the day, breakfast or lunch, especially if you deal with reflux, insomnia, or blood pressure swings. Step 6. If you have diabetes, kidney disease, or known heart disease, bring this up at your next visit. Not to ban eggs, to personalize your approach. And step 7. Do a simple medication review. Some medications and supplements can affect blood pressure, cholesterol handling, and sleep. Don't stop anything on your own. Just ask your pharmacist or doctor to look at the full list and confirm you're on the lowest effective doses. If you do these steps for 1 week, many people notice steadier energy and fewer weird mornings. And in a moment, I'll tell you when these symptoms are a true emergency and when it's a warning sign to book a proper evaluation. Before we close, we need to talk safety. If you ever have new chest pressure, squeezing, heaviness, or pain that spreads to your arm, jaw, back, or shoulder, or sudden shortness of breath, nausea, cold sweat, or a feeling that something is terribly wrong, call 911. Do not drive yourself. Do not wait it out. Minutes matter. And if you notice stroke signs, face drooping, arm weakness, trouble speaking, sudden confusion, or a severe sudden headache, that's also 911. Now, for everything we discussed today, remember this. I'm not diagnosing you through a screen. Eggs aren't poison. This is about reducing risk where you can, and personalizing your routine with your clinician, especially if you have heart disease, diabetes, kidney disease, or you're on multiple medications. Never change or stop medication without talking to your doctor or pharmacist first. When I think back to that first patient, what haunts me isn't that he ate eggs. It's that his breakfast felt so familiar that nobody thought it deserved attention. High heat, processed sides, and a body that, at nearly 70, was already working harder to keep vessels calm and flexible. That's the part I want to change for you. Not with fear, with clarity, and with a plan you can actually live with. Because independence isn't just about strength. It's about lowering the quiet pressures that steal good years without making noise. If you make the gentle heat swap, choose better companions, and move egg meals earlier in the day, you're not chasing perfection. You're building margin. And in my experience, that margin is where seniors stay steady, sharp, and confident. If this helped you, do one simple thing. In the comments, tell me how you usually cook your eggs, and which one change you're going to try this week. Lower heat, better sides, or earlier timing. Share this with a friend or family member over 60 who still believes the same breakfast can't hurt. And if you want more videos like this, simple, calm, and practical, make sure you're subscribed. Because next, I'm going to show you the most heart-friendly egg companions I recommend in clinic. The ones that support steady blood sugar, lower inflammation load, and protect your energy through the morning.